Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the senior taster of Whisky.com, and today I have a retake of this Green Spot, an Irish single pot still whiskey, and it's priced around 40, has 40% ABV, and is from Ireland, from the Midleton Distillery from Cork, very south of Ireland. The Green Spot is a very old brand. The family which started the business, I think they called Mitchell something, they settled in Dublin and opened a grocery store and some liquor store, and they sold mostly fortified wines, so sherry, port wine, Madeira and alike. And 2 years after they started the business in 1805, they thought about also offering whiskies, and so they took their old wine cask and brought them to the not far away Jameson distillery, let them fill them, and then matured them in their own warehouses and sold them over the counter. And during this process of filling those casks from year to year, they put a color coding on the cask. You can see it here on the tube, where you see an old cask with a green spot on it. And so the best whiskies from all the different colored spotted whiskies appear to be the green ones. So the legend tells us. But, there are, or I have seen in the past, a yellow spot and I think a red spot. But in the moment, I'm just aware of the green spot. The yellow spot might be on the market as well. So this was a color coding for, the year they put it into the cask, the aging, and so on, and probably also the type of cask. And here we have, some changing of history, because this Green Spot today comes out of 50% first bourbon cask and 50% second fill bourbon cask, so there's no fortified wine cask influence in this whiskey. The whiskey is in some meaning a blended whiskey, but so it consists out of malt whiskey and unmalted, or whiskey from unmalted grains, but the whiskey is completely stilled or distilled from pot stills. So they have some the mash from malted cereals and unmalted cereals, and then they are mixing that together, and the distillation process takes place in a pot still. This is called in Ireland a single pot still. And so we have a single pot still, but some blend in it, so we can also imagine that there will be some grain influence. Not all will be malted or from malted mash, from malted mash. Very fruity. Really fruity. The distilleries in Dublin, they all ceased operations until the mid-60s, and all the residual distilleries or companies moved out of Dublin to the very south of Ireland, to the county of Cork in the very south, and there they built a new distillery called the New Midleton Distillery, and from this New Midleton Distillery this whiskey comes from. Nowadays some distilleries are returning back into Dublin, but it took quite some years. I think the first reappeared in this millennium. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Fruity, juicy, oranges, clementines, pineapple. So very, very fruity, orchid fruits, massive. There's a maltiness behind, balanced, and it's said there's fresh oak in it. Nope, I don't find them. Cheers. First, there's a grain influence, oily grain. Then the pot still character, as well as the cask, probably kick in. There's a big spiciness in it and juiciness, so mouth-watering. Honey shines through. Still some graininess in it. Sweet fruitiness is dominant. Very long aftertaste. Yeah, now this is definite oakiness, long oakiness. Becoming drier. Distinct spiciness. Yeah. Bah. Yeah, massive. Very, very interesting. So this is an Irish whiskey, which is, well, not that typical for the blended Irish whiskies and very typical for the new single pot still whiskies. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come.